figure out a way that we could recruit more people, because the last 3 volunteers I got had their first job, it keeps cutting out, had their first job with Richard's Dairy, and now their last jobs possibly were with New Freedom Caravan, volunteering and technically working for Bill Richards again, because I run all my volunteers through CRV. So he said, you know, I really miss all those people. I came across a couple things that, you know, maybe we could get some Richards Dairy people over and we could recruit more from them. Oh, thank you. I obviously can speak loud. So at any rate, I said, hey, that's a great idea. Why don't we go ahead and do a reunion for Richards Dairy? I said, you leave it all to me. I will research all these people I've never met in my entire life and have no way of finding out, because that was before the internet and Richards Dairy was before that, so you don't find it on there. So I had no idea how to get a hold of all these people, but that's not really what I was going to do. I figured a man of this caliber, you just look around, needed to be thanked by the community he's helped so well, and so we would have an actual tribute to him and his life. But we would tell him that it was a Richards Dairy reunion. So he comes in and he says, how's the dairy reunion coming? And I said, oh, it's coming fine. And he said, you know, we always ate ice cream, you know. He said, we should have it built around ice cream. Well, anyone who knows Bill, if you don't have chocolate or ice cream at your event, he's not going to come. So. That was very much a problem for me. I had to make sure that we had ice cream. So then I set apart trying to contact everybody secretly. And I told them that the open house would be from 1 to 4, so there's a lot more people coming, honey. A lot more people coming. So at any rate, I told them that, you know, we'd have this reunion, and I told him what day it would be. And he said, okay. So every once in a while I'd have my girls making these banners. And you can't do that in the office with Bill coming back to get cookies and coffee all the time. So I had to send them away a couple of times. And I had to bring them back a couple of times. But we did manage to get these banners. And please take some time to read them. We also have in the corner over there, the Historical Society and Museum here in Clinton County has graciously lent us artifacts from your Richards Dairy. So it's not a total lie, it's a little fib. So, Friday I had to kind of make connections with him. No, it was Thursday. I had to make connections with him again. So I went in and he looks at me deadpan, and this is a man you can't look in the face and lie to, okay? He looks at me dead straight in the face and he says, well, how many people are coming to this reunion? Now I'm got the wet pricklies in the back of my neck. I'm starting to sweat. I can't look at him and lie to his face, so I start talking to the calendar adjacent to his head. And I never look him in the eye, I just keep talking to the calendar. And I start saying, well, you know, there's going to be about 12 to 15 people, I'm thinking, maybe 10 if some people back out, etc., right? Well, he goes and he says to me, well, who are some of the people coming? Now, I've talked to a couple people who've mentioned a couple people, but I really haven't talked to anybody about Richards Dairy. So I'm scrambling, and when you're scrambling in your brain and you're looking at an icon and you're trying not to let them see you sweat, you keep talking to the calendar. So I'm talking to the calendar and I said, Pee-wee. I remember someone, you know, they were talking about Pee-wee. Well, Bill goes into this giant discussion about Pee-wee, okay, and all the things Pee-wee has done in the community and where he's worked and some of the antics that Pee-wee had, right? And without missing a beat, I look over to Lori Zelinka, who's helping Bill right now, and she's pretending to type and file because she can't look at him either. And I look back at him, and he looks at me and he says, you do know Pee-wee's dead. Now, the only person coming to this event that I know of is a dead guy. So now, I'm scrambling again. me, oh yeah, I knew that one, no, I didn't, But I then say, well, you'll have to tell the rest of your stories to Lori, because I've got so much stuff I got to get done before I leave. One of it was getting putty for these windows, because you always forget something, So that's how the Pee Wee thing came. But I just want you to all know that Bill was very, very considerate about this Richard's Dairy reunion, and he has provided me with name tags for you all. Now you're going to have to cut them very, very, very small, because there's only 12 of them here, and I'll pass them out, but I'm hoping it's like the loaves and fishes, somehow they'll multiply.